Moin moin, Momo here. Welcome to Momo Guitar. Today I'd like to talk about a tiny black box that arrived at my doorstep a couple of days ago. It's called the FM3 by Fractal Audio. So, what I can tell you, I don't remember I ever waited for something that long. I think from ordering it to getting it were about 13 months. My son was 10 months until he arrived, so that record was easily broken. I wondered if the perception of a unit like this would change and be different because I waited for so long. Many of you probably have or are still waiting, so I wouldn't mind any comments on that in the comment section. But let's get into it. So what is this thing? It is here. And for me, being in Germany, of course, this is the non-headphone version. One of those miraculously produced units that don't have a headphone unit, although all pictures and advanced versions had it. It's a big mystery, but it works. So, what is it? It's basically a solid metal housing with 3 switches, a couple of knobs, and in the back you have a few ins and outs and a nice display which is color. Talking and thinking about this, when it arrived, I was kind of shocked and in awe. And when I first got it out of the box, I hardly wanted to touch it. I didn't even want to look at it. I may have heard that one before. And this lasted for a few hours, so to me circling around it and then finally plugging it in. After reading a few things in the accompanying paperwork, and it didn't stop there. Upon firing it up and plugging a guitar in, I immediately noticed that it could do a lot of things, but I wasn't particularly happy what I heard. Why is that? I think because so many factors weigh in on what you personally perceive as the right sound, that nobody in the company preparing for it has a chance to really nail it for you. Of course, there are whatever 380 presets that you can step through. And there are 260 amplifiers. Well, stop a minute. I am not 18 anymore. Are you kidding me? 260 amplifiers? Just imagine a few trucks arriving in front of your place and dropping off 260 amplifiers with accompanying cabinets and cables and microphones and a few boxes of effect pedals and studio gear. What? How am I going to check all this out in my lifetime? No chance, there. So, having realized this, I fell into kind of a shock. And I just turned it off and slept over it. Coming back from it and checking presets and everything, by the way, my favorite factory preset is that Halloween sound that I'm using to frighten all the kids in the neighborhood this Halloween. But coming back from all these endless possibilities that come with the Fractal unit, you may ask, well, why did you even buy it? Well, there is an answer to that, since I've been around modeling gear for a while, and I love the form factor, especially when my back is hurting. And I love the idea of playing through a Dumble Overdrive special, which I haven't, of course, never had the opportunity up here in Germany. I heard Robin Ford play his a few times, huge fan, but that was it. And I'm not Robin Ford. But coming down to that, I decided to narrow my perspective and accept that I will never be the one who plays Eruption by Eddie Van Halen, so I might let all these sounds that go in that direction for those who can do it. The amp that I know fairly well, because I'm the proud owner of one, is a Fender Princeton Reverb, the reissue model, and I try to get close to that one, a being it. And that worked out pretty well. So here we are, and I have it now, and I'm very happy with it because it just does this one thing so very well. And maybe I'll have the opportunity to post some more videos about how this worked out and if I tried something else, and maybe you bear with me on my journey. I'd love to hear about you having similar experiences or completely different experiences, even if you already owned Fractal products before and other modeling units, and just let me hear what you think. So far, I'm Momo, and this was Momo Guitar and my first video in English. Take care, stay healthy and safe. Bye.